Yeah, I've heard the current America settler unit is pretty ridiculous. I don't think that's something I really care that much about versus the AI, though. Let's play some fun bonuses versus the AI. Should we try tourism win? Is tourism win even possible right now? Hello, wrapped in dichotomy. New Civ only crashes the game in multiplayer. I see, I see. Well, we should make some decisions to get this going. I want to get into my favorite part of the game, which is the early game. I could see that being fun. I could see... What is this? 1 gold from mines. This feels like one of Lex civs. Plus 1 gold for mine. During golden ages, any tile that produces at least 1 gold also produces at least 1 faith. It's pretty much every single fucking tile in their empire. What are their units? They have the Impy, which they're called the Skirmisher, and the Treasury. I don't know what these do. Unfortunately, the mod mouse server doesn't really tell me. So, want to see the new stuff? Or India? I'm not playing fucking India again. I just played India 0. There's a 0% chance I'll be playing India again. Shone? Shone are always fun to play with. They're ridiculous. Super, super fun civ. It's like America, but you don't actually have to buy the tiles. You just get the tiles. Sweden. All right, how are we going to do this in a reasonable way? How are we going to do this, chat? What is our plan? Our grand plan for getting this together? China with its triple movement guys. Vladimir Putin. I don't think he's in Civ 5. Maybe he'll be a Civ 6 expansion. That Civ seems pretty silly, Aqua. Should we just do it? Do you guys just want to see the new Civ? I kind of just want to play the new Civ. Let's play the new fucking Civ. All right. If it doesn't crash in single player, that's easy solution. Where is it? All the money in the world. All right. Mansa Musu, the Molly. All right. Cool. I forgot about that. Compos that don't have movement cost. Is that a promotion that promotes across the ages too? Do your crossbows get that? Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, Tetrick. So, plus 1 gold for gold mines. Hellblazers Pangea, yes. I couldn't believe it when we didn't play Hellblazers Pangea on Yogscast. I tried to... so, I want to talk about that, too. Because some of those settings, I don't think the video cut did a very good job of explaining that. So, well, maybe we'll look at it when we look at settings. Okay, so let's we'll get to that. Deity, standard. Should we play standard? Sure, we just played quick. That sounds fine. Advanced setup. That's fine. Hellblazers Pangea, Deity standard. 4 billion years, rainfall, strategic balance, aluminum and coal, natural wonders default. Looks good. We don't need the AI options. That'd be a little bit awkward. No city raising, no espionage, blah, 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 blah. Quick combat, quick movement. We could do random personalities, or we could try to do personalities. I don't really fucking care, honestly. Let's do random personalities, so we have never any idea. So. You were rating on my regular schedule? Well, if you checked my schedule, or the title of the stream before that, which was I will be out of town, and the schedule said probably a bonus stream today, and here we are with the bonus stream today. Basically, I've been out of town and travel. And unfortunately, I'll be out of town again soon. All right, so I think we're going to do this. 6 civs. Do we want to do 8 civs? Is it better? It will make the game longer. We could do that, though. We don't often play on a larger map. I don't know if Hellblazers Pangea will do 8-player. Yeah, we'll do 8-player maps. We could do 8-player. Could make this standard 8 civs. 8. Okay. All right. I can do that. I'm up for some diversity. It's fun. Okay. Make it huge. No, 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 no. We don't want to be spending the rest of our lives in this game. All right. Looks pretty good, I guess. Just take a quick look. 8 players, 16 city-states, Deity, standard, Hellblazers, and the new Civ. Sure. Let's do it. Wish me luck, chat. I want a good start. I want a beautiful, beautiful desert hill pearl start. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I normally get anyway, so I should just be asking for the same thing. All right. What about the Yogscast settings? Yogscast settings were... Hey, Booster Dramas. Ooh, that looks nice. Looks very nice. Look at all the hills. Is it only mines, or is it all of those improvements? All right, you want me to say at the start of the video? Okay, for my editor's sanity, I will state right now, this civ is only in the NQ mod. It is a NQ mod specific civ. It has a unique mint, a unique compo, and gold off of mines, and then faith off of any tile that gives gold during a golden age. That's basically what it does. The mint generates a resource, which is ridiculous. I can't wait to see what that's like, and things like that. So we're gonna check it out. All right, so quick talk about the Yogscast stuff. That was super fun to do. I'm really thankful they had us on. I was total surprised when the communication was a little unclear to begin with. Total surprised that Quill was going to be part of it. So it was nice to see Quill again. If you guys remember, when I went out to do the Civ 6 pre-release stuff, when I got flown out to New York, I had dinner with the Roomba and Quill and some of the Firaxis PR guys, and had a really interesting conversation with them. It was nice to get to interact with Quill again. I really like the guy. So it was fun to play some Civ with him. That was super awesome. We didn't, and we played on 90 seconds because I could not, for the life of me, convey the idea that there's what relative turn timers did. So they were like, but it will take too long, and I'm like, no, that's the whole point. We save a bunch of time in the early game to get a bunch of time in the late game when it matters. And they're like, but it will take too long, and I'm like, no, it's a sliding timer. They're like, but it will take too long. And I'm like, we should just do that. And then we had like these super fucking long terms in the beginning, and wait till you see the late game. 90-second late game turns is insane. Like, I guess I'm glad almost that we didn't play Hellblazer's Pangea, because I might have been actually able to do Liberty there, and I would never in a million years be able to get through my turns on 90-second turns in the late game. So anyways, we'll see that. Like, just, I don't know why I thought I was trying to trick them or something with those starts, and like the editing makes it sound like I was just trying to be super sneaky. I was literally trying to get a game where we could have some good play there. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. They are going to be, to my understanding, they'll be releasing those. I think it's every other day, I think, is the release schedule. So I'll be curious to spot those as they come out. It should be really, really fun. I've linked it in my subreddit, and there's a command in chat as well if you're curious about what we're talking about or you want to go find it for yourself. Yeah. They've switched quills in my portraits on their, or my quills in my faces on the portraits for some reason. So if you see me as the leader of England, well, it's not quite what happened. All right. Let's take a look at what we're doing here. I'm tempted to move to this tile and settle. Just to get the stone in the inner ring. I would like to work them early. I'm tempted to get a little bit more information by moving to this hill here. Although I could be talked into moving the warrior north a little bit. I like the number of hills we have here. I don't really want mountains in my capital. I'm expecting my capital to be big enough I can work everything. I don't really care too much about these resources over here, although it's modded resources, so they do all sorts of fucking crazy things. But I'm tempted to get some site over here. So, and I hear, oh yeah, I want to say that again when we have some viewers on the channel. Hey guys, my mods met up in England. That was super fucking awesome. So I heard from Aqua already that was really good, but that could just be Aqua. Maybe all the rest of the mods are sitting in the back saying, fuck, that sucked. We got to make sure we don't get Aqua in on it next time. I don't know. I'm just wondering. So, Matter, how about a second opinion? How did that go? It was amazing. Good. I'm so glad. I'm really glad. I'm twitching basically for another D&D game, by the way. That reminds me a lot when I see my mods, because a lot of my mods play D&D together. On the flight home, I was messing with character builds because I have all the PDFs on my tablet for traveling home. But I'm definitely feeling the couple weeks without Dungeons and Dragons. So we'll hopefully get that going again soon. All right, I'm gonna move to this hill. I haven't heard anything from chat that suggests otherwise, and I don't know why I would listen to chat anyways. Okay, what is this? Lake Coast. Okay, so we're limited in tiles anyways. I could take the immediate settle. I don't really like the change that allows massive growth or gives 3 food off of flat land, but there is an argument for that right now. That being the fact there's so many hills around here, and I'm going to want to work hills as this civilization. I might be moving on to horses, though. There's a fairly good chance my horses are around here somewhere. It kind of sucks. Okay. Am I doing another game with the... I just want to... Alright. you guys want, again, I haven't had chat in a while. I haven't had streaming in a while right now. So it's a little bit strange. I know we're not focusing too much on the game right now. We're chatting with you guys. Hopefully you'll forgive me for that. But if you guys go look right now, I want to put some timestamps in perspective. So I just got asked, will there be another game of Yogscast? Well, let's take a look, all right? If I search, I think it's just the first search for FilthyRobot, right? All right. No. Was it the spaced one? I'm trying to find the post for...
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Bender Compkex, thank you very much for the resub. 8 months, cheers. I'm trying to find the date of that. Maybe one of you guys can do it for me. Because at one point, there we go. So I posted that. Let's see if I can find the date. The date, does this give me the exact date? No, it just says 2 years ago. Oh, there it goes. Tuesday, March 31st of 2015. I'll put the post in chat here, right? So that's when I reached out to Yogscast. I sent them an email. Basically right after that thread, and they got back to me and said basically we're very busy, and you know, if we have some time, we'll reach out to you. So if you're looking for another Civ 5 game of that, I'm certainly down. I had a lot of fun with that. I'm hoping if we do that again, we don't start at 3:30 a.m. my time. It's a little hard to be sociable and to be keeping up the banter when A, you have 90-second fucking turn timers and you're actually doing something, and B, you're awake at 3:30 a couple of days in a row. But yeah, it might be some time before they get back. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Joan Rivs. Yeah. Thanks for the bits, man. And yes, it was fun. It was pretty cool to actually get that to happen. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So we have some more information here, and the more information is basically this. We're going to lose tiles if we settle south. If we settle where we are right now, we actually lose our third ring of tiles to the coastline. There's really nothing that benefits us from being on the coast. We have a shit ton of hills over here, right? So we don't want to move south. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that a hill? Kind of looks like a hill. 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't really want to move further away from these, except there is a second hill over there. So arguably, I mean, I kind of almost want to settle in place. It's going to make my initial tiles just so terrible. I don't know. I think is a pretty strong argument for moving one over and settling. All right, did we get any information? Picked up a hill, picked up some hills, whatever. Probably good. All right, let's settle in place. All right. They split up the granary to dumb stuff, which I hate, but that's what we got. I've got some wooded hills immediately in my capital. These would be very nice to chop out fairly early if we can do that. And of course, we're going to want to chop out the dyes so we can improve them and start selling them to the AI as well as for the production boost. So there's a pretty decent argument for some A, worker, and B, mining at a relatively early pace here. I'm playing against Deity AI. The odds of me getting pantheons I care about or keeping religion that I care about is very, very minor. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't think I clicked it so everybody can found a religion. I think there's a finite number still. Yeah, religions that can be founded 5. So it seems pretty unlikely that I'm gonna get that. So tech-wise, what do I want? This, by the way, looks like a tradition capital to me, but this is the mod, so we have some other options for growth besides tradition. Although doing piety religion for some sort of food-based religion seems a little bit sketchy. I hear honor's been nerfed quite heavily. I would love to do a Liberty game, but Liberty versus the AI always seems a little bit greedy. Just ends up putting you in a bunch of problems. In our last Civ 5 game with the AI, we spent the entire game warring fucking Deity AI units for the entire game. And I'm not super keen on doing that again. So I am tempted to find my horses. That would be probably a third tile. It's almost certainly going to be grassland horses. There's a chance I settled on them, which would be really, really unpleasant. If I settled on them, I get no bonus out of that right now. But it would be nice to have another grassland horses tile. Of course, knowing where my iron is good. And it could be in a ring. We do have 3 hills in a ring, so there's a decent chance of iron there. But iron could also be out here. I think it's 2 tiles from your start location. So got some options. Got some options there. I'm tempted to go mining. The ability to improve our quarries would be really nice too. So, okay. All right. Let's grab mining. Oh, also guys, just so we're clear with the Yogscast stuff, I've been asked not to release my full footage, so I won't be doing that. So the only perspective you will get is the edited Yogscast stuff. So I will be okay to answer questions about that game, but I will not be okay to answer spoilers. So if you want to ask about some of the decisions you've seen that happened in the game already as it's been released on Yogscast, I'm willing to elaborate on those. But you'll have to, A, I'll have to kind of double check as you're asking them that it's not spoiler stuff, and B, you have to be aware of the limitations of that. So, okay. So where do we want to go? I want runes, and I want to see what's up here. I don't really want to scout the coastline that much, but there's no good move with our warrior here. I guess to there is okay. Gets us into those hills pretty soon. See what's over there. Yeah, we moved into a third die, so it's fine. You don't need to have... This is a modded version. You have to read that every time when you ask those questions. Some salt up there. It's nice. It's nice luxury. Too bad it's not in my cap. The observatories are totally changed in the NQ mod. You can build them in any city. And they give science as well as bonuses to mountains. Where is it? There. So they give you +5 raw science, and all tundra gives +1, and you can work mountains now for 6 science if you wanted to do that. So, did I cry a little when I saw Duncan, Germany's capital in that game? Duncan cried a little about his capital early into that game, so I didn't feel like I had to do any of that. I mean, he's a neighbor, right? So having your neighbors have bad capitals is generally a good thing. Have you watched much of the Yogg Civ games? I haven't watched much of their stuff. I've seen I think 1 or 2 of their series. What do I think of their skill level? I think they have a lot of fun with the game. I don't think they play it for the same reasons that we play it. All right, we did just find horses, and of course we did settle on it. We were quite worried about that, but honestly, there's so many tiles it could have been. And this is still the better settle. That means the horses are totally useless to us. I guess we can, they're online and we can sell them early to AI, and that's not useless. But it is kind of annoying as a resource tile that they're totally useless to us. And, yeah, anyways. Oh, I'm not production focused because I'm a scrub. Oh, yeah, I just didn't show it because I'm used to the EUI mod. Okay, that's good. All right, that makes me feel a little bit better. Get a little bit annoyed about that. Where do we want to go? Okay. I do want to see what's immediately available to me for expands, which probably means I should scout north and northeast, because the ocean to my south suggests there's probably going to be a limited space over there, or rather that there aren't going to be other civs over there as likely. So I'm going to scout up this way. There's another Lux there. Kept it in our capital. It's nice. I'm going to grab another scout. Some very, very good value in the early game of meeting tons of AI. And sell them lots of things, embassies and the like. So, all right, 2 runes up that way. Pop rune is always nice. Doesn't matter where I move. Not too much. I'm not gonna see anything except I think maybe hills over that way. Still. Alright. Don't have any money, haven't met any city-states, can't buy better tiles. I think I still want to grow here. These look like Inca to me, these colors. 70 gold is nice. Another rune is nice. Let's go there. Mongolia stole my rune like the little prick he is. Alright. And looks like a civ over there. Let's see if we can get anything out of Mongolia. Oh, we should turn on this as well. Want horses, bro? No? It's too bad. Don't like that. It's gonna be irritating. I wonder if the AI's ability to move and shoot has been fixed at all. Scout archers, nice. Found iron, and it's in our capital ring. That's also great. Too bad that wasn't a couple turns ago. I'm pretty sure I'm going monument next with the changes to this. Since it's standard speed, and not building a monument at standard speed tends to be a little bit painful. I'd like to see directly north of me. I'd also like to do some real exploring. Alright, I do need to scout this coastline. Maybe I can bring the warrior back down and around, and maybe the scout archer back down and around. We'll see. What are we going to do next? We need a worker. I'd really like a city-state to steal from. And other than that, I think masonry actually gives me some value here. Depends when I get around to building the worker, quite honestly. Okay. Trade embassy, can I do that right now? I don't think he had writing. I didn't think he wanted to do that. Oh right, it's NQ mod. It doesn't have to have writing. It gives me a gold per turn. Okay. Another rune up there, nice. Let's go there. Some gems over that way. This is pretty far from me though. Wish I knew if that was a capital or not. Guess I could scout it. Alright. I want the workers. It cheats so hard. So many improvements up already. Kalish. And a city-state. That would be nice. That would actually get me a religion this game. Or likely get me a religion. Alright, is versus AI. It would be nice to define some borders.
Shall declare.
Pottery. And a city-state. $30 gold out of that. That's the unit. Berber Cav. Alright. 161 gold. Could we do a better tile than this? Not really. I think we're going to go to 4 pop and then spit out a settler. So this is where I could get a worker steal out of. That would be excellent. Or down here, actually. Either would be fine. Another Lux there. That little area
Welcome
looks
back.
super nice.
Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Welcome back, Samsky. Oh, thank you. Coolest people been. I build Petra. Yeah, he apparently has some bad luck with Petra on his channel. I have not really can't really understand that. Petra is freaking amazing. Scout around that way a little bit. Pantheon up. Okay, Mongolian Scout. I want a little bit of an idea what's going on in this area. 2 turns to grow. Okay, it's fine. Love to sell him horses, but it doesn't seem like he wants horses right now. Okay, rune over there, it's nice. Guess this warrior could scout this area, but I've kind of already brought the scout back. Another city-state up here with the worker. And who's this? Carthage? Looks like Carthage to me. Alright, are we gonna grow with no, it's 2 turns of growth instead of 1. We are in production focus. I want to go straight into a settler. Settler before shrine. How do I feel about that? Well, if I can get Kalish, I might be okay with that. Okay. Nice work, Aqua. Any games on the horizon? I was talking about that at the start of the stream. I haven't really had time to do enough searching for games. It's not that there aren't games I want to play. Or rather, isn't that there aren't a bunch of suggestions for games. There are. It's that I haven't got around to doing some vetting of that quite yet. 10 turn settler feels painful. Do I want to buy a hill here? I've got the money, but I kind of want to buy some tiles. Barbarian just stole that worker. God damn you, Barbarian. Alright. Should get 2 runes next turn, though. Could be nice to get a pop rune out of that. Would be fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Another Pantheon went. Faith from Desert Tiles. 20 culture. And a pop rune. Very nice. Alright, I want a worker. I kind of need it right now. What's a worker going to cost me if I wanted one? I can buy it for 230. That would be so nice to just buy a worker. Unemployed citizens are 2 hammers. Right, I forgot about that. Ridiculous. Why? Why are fucking unemployed citizens 2 hammers? So dumb. Why would you do that? That's like such a massive part of the strategies to make decisions based around your opening. Part of settling your city, your capital city, is supposed to be about hills because the hills are super important to production. This means, oh my god, why? Why would you do that? Well, we have a lot of, I mean, this is Hellblazer's map, so looking at this compared to looking at the Yogscast game, like, this looks so much better land. There's so many cities I could settle here. I mean, there's definitely one over here and likely 2, depending on how close those gems are or something else. There's at least one over here, but likely 2 if I wanted to settle in between these. So we're looking at probably 3. There's a 4th down there, a 5th over here. Starting to get a little bit close over there, but maybe a 6th. I could maybe do 6 cities, or I could be really conservative with 4. I don't really want to play tradition right now. So what do we want to take? People don't want to have to spend 300 gold to get your settles out in a reasonable time. Yeah, I mean, let's not care if we settle flatland or hills, because who cares, right? Let's just make them equal. Let's not care if we have to actually settle near tiles that we care about, or prioritize money in the early game to get production tiles. Let's just let them do whatever they want. Like, what is the point? If you remove all the options from the game, or all options are equal, you haven't made the game better, you made the game worse. Ugh. Could go Liberty here. I mean, we're going to have a fair amount of faith generation if we want it off of the, off of piety. I don't really want to go piety. So it's not honor, it's not tradition. Liberty versus piety. What do we want, chat? Piety and deity's terrible. Well, that's an argument for liberty then. Fine. Liberty it is. All right. This is so dumb. All right, what do we want after masonry? I want a worker. Kind of want to buy one, but I kind of also want to get the oh, yeah. All right.
A generous
Should be
bestowal.
selling. Oh, I didn't meet this guy, did I? Ooh, thank you very much, random guy. Glad you love the XCOM. We'll be doing some more of that in about an hour and a half here. War of the Chosen. Yep, that should be fun. Should be a fun game. Any chance of multiplayer soon? Well, we just did a multiplayer game actually with the Yogscast. If you check it out, the first episode of that released today. Should be fun. But if you mean, am I likely to be playing multiplayer otherwise? Probably not. But we'll see. Alright, Unknown Pantheon.